Hi, good morning everyone. Happy Wednesday. Just finishing my setup here this morning. Making sure I'm live on Facebook. This is going to be a fun day. I feel it. Alrighty. Hi everyone. Let's see here, making sure I am on. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm excited for another live art today. Here we go. I'm gonna add a little comment here. Please check out in the comments below. I have a quick Google survey if you wouldn't mind taking that for me. It just gives me some feedback on how you think live art's going, what you're looking for, and yeah, just helps me get a little bit of feedback of how I can better serve everyone. So this morning we're going to do some upcycling, right, crafts with rope. So what I suggest having are a few different things to upscale, to like redecor and things like that. So for example, I have a picture frame. Oh boy, and we're back. I have a picture frame today. I have little clay pots, which are super cute. And something else that I need to grab really quick is our mason jar. Let me grab that, because mason jars are also really fun. So we're going to talk today about how we can get this attached, different styles that you can use. And I'm back. Hi, everybody. Different styles you can use and different ways that we can kind of upscale or upcycle these fun objects. So I would suggest plugging in your hot glue gun. And while we're waiting for that to kind of heat up, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on at the Plymouth Arts Center. This week we have Drawing Week, which is with Mary Starnicki in the morning from 10 until noon. We've been having students grades like 1 through 4, and then in the afternoon we've had a class running with grades 5 through 8, and that's been going super well. Last week we had off, but the week before we had Painting Week, and so now this week we have Drawing Week, which is going really well. Mary does have a few more planned throughout the rest of the summer, so if you're interested, check out our website, give us a call. Check out on Facebook, we have all the events there as well. We also had a beach party painting night, which was super fun. And all of these classes are taking place on our back patio. So we're distanced, we're outside, and we're trying to be as safe as possible. Everybody has their own tools, so there's not really any sharing going on. But it's a great way to kind of be together but distant and make some great art. So anyways, we're going to get started today. I can smell my hot glue gun warming up. So here we are. Oh, last announcement, Mill Street Live, again, has been virtual this summer. So instead of being in performances, we have been filming each of the cast members' small solos or duets or trios or small group numbers. And then each week we've been putting them together in little cabarets that premiere every night, every Friday night at 7 when we would normally have our shows. So we have a couple Fridays left. Check those out. You can also head to our Facebook page and rewatch any of those old videos. They're really fun. They're really great this summer. So we hope that you enjoy that. All right. I have 2 different styles of rope today that we're going to be using, or at least I'm going to be using. You can find whatever you'd like to use. This is a clothesline, okay? So pretty standard, just a clothesline. I like it because it's really nautical feeling. So when I'm working on my picture frame today, I'm going to use my clothesline. So I'm going to put those together. Let's start today, though, with our little pots. So I found these at Meijer for like 44 cents each. They're little baby pots. But I thought, how cute would this be as a centerpiece? I picked, this is a mocha color because I liked it because it's kind of helping us transition into fall. And I thought, why not take some of this cool rope that I also found at Meijer and do some upscaling with it. Upscaling or upcycling, okay? So I'm going to do 3 different designs with my little pots this morning. The first one I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the full bottom. So again, hot glue gun on and ready. Just want to test mine here. Now this art today is really for an older audience. I wouldn't suggest doing this with littles. Maybe you upcycle a frame and they could make a picture to go inside of it, something like that, or you work on the pots and then they could like plant a flower in it or something. We can talk to you about how you want to decorate or what you put in your pots. So I'm going to just put a little hot glue to start. And again, this is super hot. I have a high temp going because I really want it to stick. The end of my rope here has a little plastic on it, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, and then I'm going to stick my rope in the hot glue. I would suggest having like a back and a front side. So the front side is what you would have out to people, and then the back side maybe is like against a wall or maybe like turned towards another pot if you're going to put these in a succession of 3. Okay, so again, I've just did a little glue on the back here, my back side if you will, and I've pressed that rope in. I'm going to just twirl or wrap the pot. And every once in a while, I'm going to re-secure that with glue because you don't want it to slide down. So I'm going to start actually back, and I'm going to choose to do it all on my back side. So again, if I'm displaying these on a table, I would put my back side or my seam where my glue will be towards another pot, so then you won't be able to see it. So again, I'm going to pull it pretty tight and then just hold it for a second to establish that connection. Okay, keep this up towards the top. Okay, then I'm going to keep wrapping. Now you could choose to do all of your pots in the same design with a tight coil around it, but I am going to choose to do 3 different designs today to show you a little bit different. Now I'm noticing my rope is falling a little bit, so I'm going to do a halfway point as well with my glue, just to keep it tight and together. I don't think there's a need for glue all the way around the pot. I think if you just do a few spots, you should be good to go. There's a chance of seeing, maybe I'll just do a couple spots as I go here. There's a chance that you're going to see the glue if you use too much. So you want to make sure that you are using enough to keep it secure, but also not too much that you're seeing it everywhere that you go. We are trying to, we being my husband and I, have been trying to stay connected with all of our friends in a safe way as well. So he, for example, has been having happy hours with his guy friends on like a Zoom or like some sort of digital formatting. And tonight I'm actually going to have a picnic with some of my friends, and we've decided to do a craft night. So I'm really excited. I'm going to bring some of these ideas. We're working on painting pots too. So along with maybe doing some rope detailing or things like that, we're going to also do some painting, just as a fun way to do something creative, kind of get out of any sort of, you know, negative headspace. It's been hard. It's hard when you like usually like get up and go all summer. So I'm excited to see my friends and to do some crafting. It's never too early to start fall crafting. That's where I'm at. So again, I'm just putting a little glue in. I'm making sure that I'm not untwisting my rope here as we go. I want to keep that twisted nice and tight. And again, keeping that close together. I'm noticing a little bit of a weak spot, so I'm going to go back and re-glue here. So maybe while you're home this summer, you've been redoing a room in your house. This would be a fun way to add some inexpensive, yet really kind of chic, I think, decor. It's fun. Just takes a little time. So again, a little bit more hot glue, keeping that together. As a reminder too, our gallery is open every day but Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're open from 10 until 3. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we are open noon, to 4, I'm pretty sure. I might have just messed that up. But we are open. We are open. We just ask that you wear a mask when you come and you're inside of our building. And that is to keep you safe, us safe. We're behind a big plastic shield. So feel free to come in. Our gift shop is also open. We love having people come and visit. And I'm going to start moving. Now that it's a little bit more secure, I have a good base, I can move just a little bit quicker here with my rope. Again, keep pushing it tight. Oopsie. A little bit of a tangle here. I'm going to just check to see how much more I need, and then I'm going to give myself a little cut at the end here so I don't get so tangled up. And you always want to overestimate because you can always cut more. You can't, or cut more off, I should say, versus adding more is a lot harder. Here. There we go. All right. That should be a little bit easier to manage. Have my little tail here. Here we go. Now we're cooking. And again, I'm just adding a little bit. Just adding a little dot of glue, kind of like underneath the previous row, but out far enough that my next row will stick to it. Just to reinforce. Whoops. My hot glue station here. Forgive me if I've told this story, but once upon a time I burned myself really badly with a hot glue gun. I was a 7th grader doing Destination Imagination, which is the same as Odyssey of the Mind. So you might have been in the OM or the DI groupings, which was super fun. I love doing it. My brothers did it too. And we were working on our set when I was in middle school, and I was in charge of hot gluing something, and I put up the glue gun, and I was holding here, and I went to glue, and the glue dripped right between my fingers, and I have a scar. I still have a scar right between my fingers. That's hard to see, but yeah, I know it's there. Okay. Thanks, Tom. Tom's watching, complimenting my work this morning. I just flipped over my pot so I could get to the bottom a little bit better. And then when you get to the end here, I'm going to just put a little glue at the very end so the rope doesn't fray. Kind of blend that into the end there. Okay, boom, look at this. Look at how cute that is. Okay, so that's one, the wrap and coil, okay? And again, the rope was a couple dollars, this was 44 cents. So you're looking at $1.50, you know, like I think like $5 or $6 for this rope, but look at how much rope there is, so much rope. So like super cool. Okay, the next one that I'm gonna show you is just doing the top, little detail on the top. Okay, so I'm going to do some, like a little bit of a stripe situation here at the top because I think that would be kind of cool, and then we'll add some detailing to it. I'll show you that. So I'm going to measure out here, decide how much I need. I think I'm going to start it, and I think it'll be much easier to work with after that. So I'm going to just, again, put a little dab of glue here at the end. To keep my rope together. Now this is splitable, right? So you could take this apart. Maybe I'll try that next. And do a little bit of a different look as well with that. So again, I'm going to attach it to my pot. Boop. And again, my plan for these is to put them as like a centerpiece on a table. Ooh, that was hot. Again, please be careful. I'm going to do just a couple dots ahead of time to help me keep my rope here in line. Uh-oh, the sound effects are happening. This is real. It's real life. Okay, so I'm going to do the top this time. A couple little dots. Again, I'm not doing the whole top. I'm not going to put a full line of glue there just because I don't think it's necessary. But I am going to do some dots here and there just to really make sure that it's secure. Okay. And I'm going to continue to wrap around just like I did before. But I'm only going to do the top just to give it a little bit of a different look. So again, I just went underneath my first row there. Tried to keep it as close to the top as I could. Whoops. I'm going to add another dot or two in here as I wrap it around. I'm going to take a pause with the glue and just kind of measure out how much more I think I need, because again, that it's a lot easier if you can measure and then cut. So I think I'm going to do 3 times around here. Well, or 4, let's see. No, I think 3 is really going to be, I'm going to measure for 4 and then we can decide. You guys can help me decide if we should do 3 or 4. Okay. All right, let's move it. My glue stick's not going down like I want it to. Again, I'm tucking that glue right up and in so I can keep my wrap really tight, because I think that looks better. You can, if you want to, do a looser wrap, right, where there you can see space between. That's another style as well. It really is just kind of up to your preference of what you like and what you want to do, how tight you want to wrap it. Again, little dots, and around we go here. I'm almost done with my 3rd row, and then I'm going to just check it before I do any more to see if I would rather do 4. I think 3 is good. I think that highlights that little ledge. I think that's super cute. So I'm going to quit it at 3. Yeah. Ooh, this is not easy to cut. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to finish this side off, do a little extra glue here at the end, and then also finish off my end. Now I did start and finish my rope here on the same side, again for that seaming purpose, right? So I could always put these two together on their seams and then you wouldn't see that. But I'll just show you here really quick. You can see where my 2 ends are. But those could be hidden by facing each other. Okay. So again, we're going to have a grouping of 3. So you could do another one like this, another one like this, to have 1 oddball and then 2 matching. But I'm going to just do 1 more that's a little bit different. I thought it would be kind of fun to break this up and then re-braid it. So I'm going to pull this apart. Okay, because why not? So I'm using the same material, but I'm just going to use it in a completely different way to do a little bit of a braid and like some sort of bow detail, I think, on one. So I'm going to start off by taking 3 strands from this grouping. And let's see, I'm going to put this end with these couple ends here. I'm going to tie a little knot so they're all together. To make it easier for myself, and I can decide if I want to keep the knot, which I'm thinking I won't. Probably will braid them and then go from there. So here we go. Quick braid. I'm not going to teach you how to braid, so if you don't know how to braid, YouTube that. YouTube it up. I need like an extra set of hands so I can make this tighter. What do I have nearby? I'm going to do a really tight braid. This is giving me major friendship bracelet vibes. I don't know if any of you like went to Girl Scout camp when you were younger and made friendship bracelets like I did, but I still have my whole kit of all my different threads. And my mom would like safety pin it for me onto my cot because she would come a lot of the time too. It's going pretty well. Braiding, braiding. Nice and tight here. Thanks guys for hanging out for a second. Just want to show you in real time how quick and easy this can be. Okay. Ooh, come on, little braid. There we go. Okay. So I braided it. So it looks a little bit different. I'm going to wrap this around like this, right underneath, to give this a totally different look. I'm going to have to unknot this because it's just not quite long enough, but I am going to start with my unraveled side first and get that glued together here at the end and then glued down. And then I'm going to have to put just a little bit of an embellishment to hide those ends. Okay, so I'm going to glue this kind of together. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pot and again pick a back side or a front side. This could be, because we'll do an embellishment, this could be the front side. So I'll pick my favorite side here. And then I'm going to glue this on. Ooh, warm. Okay. And I'm going to do little dots again. I'm doing this right underneath the lip this time. Ooh, car just flashed me a little bit outside the window. Again, pushing it up, securing it, making sure the braid is facing how I want it to face. Okay, I'm going to unknot this now. Well, actually, the knot is kind of cute now that I'm looking at it. Look at that. That worked out magic. Like, I love little happy accidents like that. I'm going to just secure that with a little bit of hot glue underneath. And if you want to, for example, you could take some more of this and you could make like a little wrap around. We could make a little bow and like attach that to the front here too. I'll play around with that instead of showing that to you guys. I'll kind of decide how I want that to look. Because I do have a little bit of like a hot glue like mess up in front. So I'm gonna add some sort of wraparound. You could either do like different strips like here, and we could attach like a few different strips on either side to kind of make it a knot detail. But then you can see the braided edge versus the wrap edge. So I might go probably something like this. Here's my little knot detail, and then this would be my centerpiece. Cute, right? Again, 44-cent pots, which you might even be able to find for less than that, and some rope. And again, this rope is going to last me forever. So there you go. Oops, with that. All right, I know we're almost at a half an hour today, so I'm going to kind of bump into my next one. We can do a similar situation with a mason jar, right? You could even just tie this around the top. How cute. And do a knot here, right, for gifting around the lid. You could attach it too with hot glue, like I've been doing. I love my hot glue gun. Like this, So you could make that cuter, but make a cute little knot there. Do something a little bit larger. Add a little tag if you're doing like homemade goodies, things like that. I just want to see. Okay, so glass too, you just want to make sure that you hold it a little extra long on glass because it gets a little slippery, so you want to make sure if you're hot gluing on the glass that you just hold it and before you like move on right away, because you don't want it to slide. On the clay pot, it's like it absorbs it a little bit more because the pot's more porous, but on glass you'll want that to cool, and just to make sure that it's really secure because it'll peel off of glass a little bit easier. Okay, I do want to show you, because I think this looks super cool, and I'm going to breeze through how to do this one, the picture frame. So again, this is a picture frame. This is the stock photo in the picture frame, but I just thought it looks really cool and really nautical with this seafoam green color. So I'm going to show you with the clothesline, because who doesn't have extra clothesline in their basement? Maybe nobody, maybe it's just me, but I just thought this was super, super cute. So I'm going to start off in the corner, and I'm going to just do the top corner too here. And again, we're going to do a little bit of a wrap situation as we go around, but you want to reinforce with this one the corners. Okay. Now I'm just going to do it on the facing. I'm not going to do it at the top because I like that seafoam green color. I'd like to see a little bit of it, but I want to pull it really tight and go around, and just a little dab of glue, again, because this is what people see. You don't want the glue to be like out and everywhere. So again, I'm going to start with my four corners. I'm going to give it a second to dry before I pull, because again, rope sometimes is a little bit elastic. So you want to make sure that it's pulled pretty tight, otherwise you're going to get a droopy effect. Okay, and then I go to my other corner here. Now you could go ahead and do a little bit of a dot, and I think because it's my first row I'm going to keep the sides down, especially if you're doing a larger frame, you might want a little extra support. But again, I want to be super careful because I don't want that hot glue to be all over the place. I want to be neat. Okay, back up to the corner, a little bit more hot glue. Unravel this bad boy so I have space to work. Okay, pulling it tight. And then I know I'm going to want to wrap it in. So I'm going to just reinforce the idea of this corner. Oopsie. A little bit of a pickle. All good, all good. Reinforce the idea of that corner without making too much of a mess. Okay, so you can see I've started. I'm just going to kind of breeze through this, you guys, so you can see the process, and then I'm going to post a finished picture because I think this is just really cute. Really fun, really easy. Again, want to reinforce that corner, and you want to keep pulling it nice and tight so it's not too wobbly. And I might continue to do just a little dab in the middles here to keep a nice strong foundation or base on the outside. I'm gonna go back and do that side too really quick. Okay, corner. So if you're a beach person, if you like the nautical look, one of our bathrooms is more nautical, so I'm excited to get this up in there. Then this is a fun way to kind of give a little refresh to your bathroom or any part of your home that you're doing this kind of theme. With, again, pulling it tight to reinforce the corner, keeping that sort of wrap pattern going. And if you find a pucker, just encourage it to stay down with a little bit of glue. Great. So you can imagine, you can see where we're going here, right? With a nice wrap. That corner didn't get pulled quite as nicely as I want it, so I might go back and fix that. With hot glue too, it's pretty forgiving. So like if you have a little whoopsie-woo like I have right here, you can very gently, while it's still warm, pull it up and pull it up, reinforce. Okay, you might have to add a little bit more glue. That's not a problem. And then we're gonna reinforce because I want that corner to be super tight to get the look that I'm going for. Okay, that's better. Again, pulling it because rope has some elasticity in it. You want to make sure that it's nice and tight. So you can see here where we're going. Okay, cute little frame, kind of playing around with it, moving it around. I'm going to go ahead and either do 3 rows or maybe go all the way down, and then I'm going to add a little bit of an embellishment at the top, and I'll post pictures underneath our live video today. Okay, that's my time. Thank you guys for joining us. I'll post pictures of my finished product, and I hope that you do the same. Thanks everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next week for more live art.